Alright, ladies and gentlemen, lesson 4.6, moving and jumping, which is my favorite things right after singing duets with Jacob Valencia, but moving and jumping are my favorite. Here we go. In this project, jumping is basically falling upward. We reverse the numbers to negative, so when you fall up. That's kind of how we make him jump. Okay, let's figure out what we're trying to do in this project. So if you remember, we hit run, and when we jump on top of our bad guys, it kills them. If we have gravity, what we're trying to do this time is be able to jump, which is basically falling up, and we'll figure that out. Oh, let's see. And remember, if you get the coin, I'm just going to cheat here. If you get the coin and then you come up here, then you can switch to the next level too. So these are the things that we're trying to accomplish. Okay, so enough of that. Let's take a look at what we're trying to do. Okay, so let's make sure we have the instance variables that are required. So let's take a look at those. Okay, so we're going to go to see some code. And all the way up to the very tippy top. Okay, so we need these variables for motion. So v speed is how fast that he is falling or jumping. Gravity is how much he accelerates. So every act of the act method, he speeds up his acceleration downwards by 0.5. His jump strength is 10, and we're going to subtract that, make it a negative, and then he's going to jump. Anyway, so we need his h speed is how fast he's moving right or left. His inertia is how quickly he slows to a stop. And then this is the fastest he can fall and the fastest he can move right and left. All right, so now with that in mind, let's take a look at the act method. Scrolling down. Okay, so here's what we need to, here's some things in the act method, but here's what you need. Obviously you need check key press. We're going to look at that in a second. And then you need this, move right in speed, because this is how we're going to affect his whether he's going right and how fast. And opposite. By the way, you need this int because this right here converts these guys. So we're doing it in small increments, not one. But if you look at this thing, the inertia, so we're doing that as a float, but that int down there takes that, whatever we do with that float, and it converts it back to an integer, which is what we need for the move right method. Okay, all right, so let's take a look at check key press. So I'm going to select this, press Control F is going to find the next one, and there it is. Okay, so here's what we do if I hit the right key or whatever it is that triggers it. It could be an Xbox controller, but here is the code for if I'm trying to move right. So I just have my Boolean flag saying, yes, indeed, I am moving right. That's going to affect the animation and some other things. And now here's what I'm doing. I check to see if he's reached the top speed. So his h speed, his horizontal speed, if it's less than his maximum acceleration. So I have not got to my maximum speed yet. So then what do I need to do? I need to increase that. So his h speed equals h speed plus 0.25. Okay, and so if you do that and it comes back up to the act method and says move h speed. Okay, so we've just increased his horizontal speed to the right. And that's it for the moving right. Let's take a look at left. It's going to be this just about the same moving. So we know that if we just hit the left key, we're not moving right anymore. We're moving left, so moving right is false. And then, so if the h speed is greater than negative the acceleration, okay, so this is less than, this is greater than because we're going the opposite direction. So then we're going to subtract this. Okay, so we're going to make the horizontal speed move towards a negative number and into the negative. So if he was moving 5, if he was moving 5 and going to the right, we're going to subtract that. So he's going to slow down, then we're going to subtract, and he's going to slow down, and he's slow down, and eventually it's going to get to a negative number and go into the negatives. And so when you're moving him 8 speed and it's a negative number, he's moving left. Okay, so now notice this is an else if. Make sure you're checking your brackets. Okay, now we're going to do a couple other things here. Else if he's, so basically right now, are you trying to move right? Are you moving right? Yes. And his h speed is greater than 0, so if he's sliding right and the right key is not currently down, but the player is still sliding to the right, what do we want to do? Okay. So basically, but notice this is an else if. So in order to get down to this else if, he can't be the right key is not being pressed and the left key is not being pressed, right? So we're using an else. So look, so he's moving, you were just moving to the right, but you took your key off the right key, right? And he's still moving to the right. Well, what are we going to do? We're going to slow him down, so he's going to slide to a stop. So we're going to subtract inertia. And we're going to do the same thing for if you were just going left. So if he's, that stands for not. If he's not moving right, so if he's going left and his h speed is less than 0, so he's still moving to the left, okay, then h speed equals h speed plus inertia. He's going to slowly slow down. Okay, now check this out. If greenfoot.isKey down up and you're currently jumping equals false, so you're not currently, so you could put not, you could put an exclamation point, not currently jumping, or you could say equals false, either way. So if greenfoot is key down up and you're not currently jumping, so you weren't just jumping and then falling, then go ahead and jump. Currently jumping equals true. So now we've set our Boolean flag to where he's jumping, and we play the jumping song. Okay, and you'll see this right here. It's the same code, so if I hit the up arrow or the control key, it does the same thing. Okay, and then I have the fire method too. Okay, so that's how this works. If you have any questions about that, please ask me and I'll explain it to you in more detail. Okay, so now the next thing we want to do is look at jump. So I'm going to press Control F, and I'm going to go to the next one. All right, so no, I'm going to the next one after that. All right, here's jump. All right, all we do to jump is we say v speed equals v speed minus jump strength. So if you're falling or you're standing still and your v speed is 0, okay, well now your v speed is jump strength, which we set up at the top to 10. How fast, if you look, let's go back up to jump strength. Equals 10. So now you're going negative 10, so you're going to go up. Let's go back and take a look at that. We'll go back to, okay. So, all right, so minus jump strength, so you're going negative, so you're going up. Currently jumping equals true, so now you're currently jumping. And then the next thing you're going to do is fall. Okay, so if let's say you are on a platform, so your vertical up and down speed is 0. So now at 0 minus 10 is negative 10. So let's go to fall and see what's going to happen if you're that. Let's go Control F. Let's go to the next one. Okay, so we go to fall. Here's what we have for fall. Set location, get out x plus y, get y plus v speed. So your y is going to be negative v speed. So negative is going to take you up. So you're basically falling up. Okay, and then notice this though, v speed equals v speed plus gravity. So you're negative 10, but then every now and then you're adding gravity to it, right? So it's going to go up 10, and then it's 10 minus gravity, so it's a little bit less, a little bit less, a little bit less, and then eventually gravity is going to take over, and then you're going to start going down, just like in the real world. Okay, that's similar to the real world. All right, so that's how we do it. And I think that's it for my spiel. It's probably long enough.